Welcome back to episode 3 of the IamDJKast. This week we've got guests of Alpha, Morbid, oh my god, I'm not editing, Phoebe, Pikachu, and Spuddy. I can't believe I've gone and done that.
Oh, I
can't believe it. I've had a right shocker there, haven't I? But we roll, we keep going.
The
so
easiest name, and you butchered it.
Yeah, I completely, because we do this in one take, so we'll just go with it. Fuck it. It don't matter. Screw it.
Go with it.
Yeah. So I'll say as well, this is also live on twitch.tv/IamDJK, where I live stream every single day. So hop over there, drop a follow. And if you've got any ideas of topics for the podcast, don't forget to leave them down in the description below. No, in the comment section below, as I'm being abused by a cat. And yeah, I think that's fucking everything. What a shambles that was.
Oh, that's 10 out of 10, mate. That's
Oh yeah, fucking brilliant. Round of applause. So this week, I kind of want to start off with something different, and we're not actually doing Pokemon, which probably will surprise a lot of people. I want to kind of do some news topics from like this week, because things have gone on, good things, bad things, weird things. Spuddy, I'm going to start with one that you sent me that I'm actually kind of... Yeah, I have this to deal with. Great. Toys R Us were bought out in the US by a new owner who plans to revisit the store. That's how you typed story, didn't you, instead of store?
I
fucking typo. But basically, since Toys R Us could potentially be coming back, is there any like shops like that aren't around anymore that you would want to return? I could pick one straight away, but I don't know if the US lot would know this one. Who remembers in the UK, Woolworths?
Oh, big time. That's a Pick and Mix Central. I bought my first CD from Woolworths and used to be able to pick and mix from there. It was great. It's a place to be.
I just remembered one, HMV.
Is that gone?
Wait, is that gone?
Yeah.
Around where I am.
Is it?
I'm pretty sure it's gone.
I'm surprised if they are still going, because everything's digital, aren't they? So I'm surprised if HMV is still a thing. Like, how they've not been shut down yet.
I think that they mainly sell like vinyls and like memorabilia, so like the T-shirts with like band logos on and stuff like that. I think they've turned more into that rather than just CDs, essentially. But I think they're still going.
They are.
Yeah, I think they are.
One literally about, I don't know, 20 minutes from where I live in Lancaster. It's still going.
I have not left the house in about a year, so I wouldn't know.
Oh, sorry, have you got that on your watch, mate? That year?
I think so. Chloe said one, and I don't really remember it. Chloe in the chat down below, which you can, which everyone on YouTube can see, has actually said hides. I don't remember hides.
Hides.
She says it's a shop for toys.
Yeah, I do vaguely remember that. I think you used to get like that was the place you used to get your marbles and your like cards from, so like your Pokemon cards and that. And obviously that was for me as a kid. But it was like,
yeah, I don't remember that.
Entertainer, I think.
I don't remember that.
No, this shop hasn't gone. It's like a different name. In the UK, game was actually called Game Station.
Game Station's gone. No, Game Station's gone.
Yeah.
Game and Game Station are two different companies, and I actually prefer Game Station over Game. I miss Game Station.
Wow.
Game Station is almost
I
like
prefer...
GameStop for people in America, isn't it? It's almost pretty much the same.
Yeah, it's GameStop over here.
Yeah.
This is probably one for just Dan. Do you remember? I don't know if it's still going, but there used to be a shop called Mankind or Menkind. Do you remember that at all? It used to sell like boys' toys only, so it'd sell like remote control cars and.
Oh,
like...
I was wondering where you was going with the boys' toys then.
Nothing going up anywhere, mate. Nothing going up anywhere. It used to sell like loads of like lava lamps and like essentially what you'd pimp out a bachelor pad with, if that makes sense. One of these, there'd be like Jack Daniels, like little hip flasks and like gifts for your dad and whatnot. It was called Menkind. I don't know if it's still going, but.
No, I don't know.
Yeah.
You're just getting roasted in chat because you said men's toys.
I gotta look. I want to see.
Bad choice of words.
I
Would
got
you
Would
put
it
your
have been
foot in it?
better with
Yeah,
men's
yeah.
toys?
How
Would
did
that
I know?
work?
How did I know? Bloody potato head.
So what about you, Morbid? Since you're in the US, things will be slightly different for you because you'll have different stores to us. Is there any that you want to come back that have gone?
Not that I can think of.
Because I don't know
If there's any
how it.
stores
Because
that
over
have
here, like the high streets are turning non-existent, aren't they?
announced it.
Like everything's digital and online. Like Amazon's destroying all businesses. Period.
Yeah,
They're
pretty
trying
much,
to go
yeah.
cashless as well, aren't they? At the moment,
Yeah.
they're slowly transitioning to that
I
because
have
I
no
think
idea.
the contactless limit has now gone up to £100 a go, and I think that there are now quite a few stores. Whilst Dan just holds a Ribena there.
It's just very wrong. I know.
What? What are you all laughing at, yous?
Yeah, they're trying to go cashless for everything at the moment. So obviously, if they go cashless, then people are just going to shop online more and more because there's no point.
But as
really.
well, that leans into the fact Cosmic actually mentioned this to me the other day, to do with COVID. Wait.
Crackdown, it's all right. Got nothing going on.
Nothing to see here. Move along now. Basically, with cash is dirty, innit? Like the amount of people that touch it and stuff. So that could be a factor in why they're getting rid of cash as well. Because dealing with money is just.
They're generally not allowed to take cash because of that reason, and because obviously COVID can live on cash up to 72 hours because it can live on all paper for 72 hours. That's why college are not allowed to take any paperwork in.
Who invited the fucking expert?
Wikipedia.
No! Beth, the
There you go.
expertise over here.
Yeah,
I wasn't expecting that.
yeah, that's
Another
why you're
one
not
for
allowed
the
to hand
UK
any paperwork
people
in at
for a
college. They're not
store.
allowed to give you paperwork. It has to be
Does anyone
isolated for
remember
72 hours
JJB
before.
Sports?
JJB
Do you remember-
Sports, yes. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah,
probably
they shut
too young
down.
to remember that.
Oh God, I feel old.
I'm probably
He
too young
doesn't
as
know
well.
what JJB is because he's too young.
Yeah, there used to be a stadium named after it. So that's
Really?
a lot.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that it was basically like
can't
Joe
hear.
the Sports Directs and of now.
Yeah.
It was like another
It's just a chat.
offcut of them
Well, you
that
better
died a
put
death,
the TV.
but it was
Alright.
cheap,
Alright.
so
Why?
everyone loved it.
Don't work.
Yes, it does.
No, it don't.
Yes, it does. You just need to change your settings.
There've been a lot of
Never mind.
shops
Never
that-
mind us having a little tit for tat over here.
What
Small
the?
domestic. Oh dear.
This would be a relevant news topic to a particular person in the Discord call. Dungeons and Dragons revealed it's earned more this year than any previous title. Is this the end? Do you think this will be the end for physical board games?
Oh, you're not asking Alpha, are you? But yeah, look, he's putting his food down.
No, this is towards Morbid because Morbid does Dungeons and
Oh,
Dragons.
that's all right. I thought we were gonna have a fucking 10-hour fucking.
I
sketch
don't
of,
think it'll be the end of it,
plasters.
because I actually got 98 minis today, which I gotta pay.
Ooh.
Everybody that I play online with, we are all dying to have some in-person games again. So instead of it dying down, I think it's gonna come back a little bit.
Do you not think though
Yeah,
that like the logistics of having to get a load of people together constantly, like it's gonna slowly adapt to being the percentage in terms of online to not offline is gonna like probably
Look at them
skew
hand
upwards
movements.
because let's say you want to play with someone that's in Canada, you can do it.
Yeah,
at the moment.
that's definitely gonna be a thing. But with me, I'm lucky enough to have multiple groups to play with, so I have like friends from school that I play with that actually got me into it, and we all really want to start playing in person together again.
Hands out tonight, aren't they? Come
Yes, we are talking about D&D. Shut up. Sorry, my sister's in the background.
So
So
good.
She also plays. Just
is it not the same then playing online in comparison to in real life?
not really. Online, it's a lot harder to figure out how far you are
My
from an
sister knows that
enemy,
she's on
exactly
TikTok.
where everything is. In
My
person,
sister
you can
knows
have
she's
like
on TikTok,
maps and
just
stuff,
like while she's wrapped
like
up
little
in white.
miniatures that show where each character or enemy is.
Okay.
I don't.
It's
I
a
don't.
lot easier in person.
I don't think like board games in general will die out. I think the main spike for board games is just Christmas time, the holiday season.
You have a new monitor, have you?
True.
Yeah, I don't. You knew you
And
did.
dispatch.
Games like Frustration, Monopoly, stuff like that. I don't think games like that would ever like as much. You can play them online, but they're not the same as someone flipping the table because they've lost all their money on Monopoly. You know, it's not the same as online. I don't think you could beat it, and
Nobody
that's.
ever
I don't
flipped the
think that's why it'll
table.
die out just because of the Christmas season.
Just people
Also,
don't
the
find
fact that
out the
Monopoly-
banker.
Gone there.
There's thing about having like the tangible things, like and actually like picking up and rolling, and going dunk, 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 dunk. There's something about that like something online just like misses the character somewhat of. It's like there's certain things I definitely think you can do. Like obviously, Cards Against Humanity is one of those where it's actually probably better to do it online a lot of the times.
Yeah.
But
Blank cards.
Yeah.
yeah, because obviously, as I said, you don't have to like be shuffling constantly, and you don't get your cards ruined by people that are pissed and spilled drinks over them and stuff like that. It just is.
I've done it. I've played Cards Against Humanity with my college group. It's just like hard to like you just keep shuffling, and then cards get ruined. Then you have to try and shape them back, shuffle again, and it's just a nightmare.
Yeah, having it online, you get rid of all that, don't you? But like Monopoly, arguing over who wants what piece, that's not the same as if you were to do it online. Like if you want the car or you want the hat and those kind of debates, and actually physically putting the little plastic houses down and someone dealing out the cash and stealing, which we experienced with our sister-in-law over Christmas, right? She was adamant for fucking months she did not steal this set amount of money. Turns out she was stealing from the fucking bank. Now, you wouldn't get that kind of drama if that was an online game because you can't steal from the bank. Whereas you can in... What?
Also,
was it
my
£500?
favourite thing. My favourite thing in Monopoly is when someone rolls, they land on someone's houses and they're not looking, and they're not paying attention, and then the next person rolls, and then they look and they're like, "Oh, you owe me for that." Like, no, you missed it. It's not my fault.
I've already rolled. The dice has been rolled. Yeah. And that's not the same online. It's completely different. So situations like that. That's why I think board games won't fully die out, even though D&D's just skyrocketed.
There's some games though that are physical board games that aren't an actual game, like a video game. That are like, it's a bit confusing as to why not. Like there isn't a Cluedo game, for example, is there? And I feel like that could be a good laugh to play with people.
Don't think so.
Clue? I think it is.
Is there a Clue like a game on Steam? There might be. I haven't.
Yeah.
This is zero research.
Maybe not on Steam,
but yeah, like I just feel like there shouldn't be a reason for any video like board game to not be a video game as well. Because
there is.
Like, realistically, I imagine it's not hard to code and whatnot. Am I wrong? Am I?
Yeah, there is Cluedo on Steam for £6 right now. Yeah. It's on deal.
Bargain. Buy it up. Their advertising's poor though because no one knew about it. So
yeah, very true. There you go. Cosmic's even said Hasbro has almost all of their classics online in some kind of form.
Well,
they're just not well known because I didn't know they really put much of them online.
Because there's that simulator as well, isn't there? There's the game that like you can simulate any game. I think,
yeah. Another game I want to bring up that's almost like a board game, Uno. I think that's good either online or in real life. That can be. I think that's probably better online, if anything.
Just because the convenience of doing it quickly rather than waiting for someone to slowly pick up 7 cards and then get distracted halfway through or miscount and then be like, how many did I have before? I don't actually. Oh, okay. Yeah. Great. Thanks, GSM. Although there will never be anything as satisfactory as like when someone puts a +4 and then you pretend not to have it and then bam.
Yeah. That's what I mean.
Yeah.
It's the best thing in the world.
There's no sweeter feeling that exists. I'm pretty sure. I think that's got to be like up there in terms of like the most fun games that are like fairly easy to play in terms of everyone can do it.
Hey, that's quite a good segue into.
Have you got something to share?
Go on.
I'm just asking Alpha if he has something.
I mean, I might have.
You look like you wanted to say something.
Yeah, no, I had a thought there fucking 10 minutes ago, but it's
Yeah.
gone now.
No.
I did
Well,
notice
we
that.
can't, if it comes back to you, we're going to still be on the same kind of topic because the next news topic is, thanks, buddy, I've stolen this one again. Rockstar pays $10,000 to a modder who reduced the loading times by 80% for, obviously, I'm assuming GTA?
GTA, yeah, online.
Yeah. Should
yeah.
developers do more to support modders? Because the GTA load times, if anyone's played it, is a joke. Like, they are long. And if they've reduced it, a modder's reduced it, and Rockstar's actually paid them, I think, look at Nintendo, for example. And, oh, God, well, I'm doing it.
Yeah.
Pokemon,
Go on,
what
do
we're
it.
playing. Pokemon Planet that we're playing at the minute. Pokemon could team up with the creators of that and and make a great game out of it. Like, why can they not implement people from the community for any kind of game? I think it'd be dope, but I don't feel like enough developers do it and support it.
Pokemon Planet already
think
had
they
the
should do it
fucking
more.
bones there, right? Like,
Can I just...
Because let's think
do
of
you
another thing like Pixelmon. Yeah, like people have definitely
Oh
bought
god.
Minecraft. The people have definitely bought Minecraft because of that game. Like, there's got to be at least
Yeah.
like 10,000, if not 100,000 people that bought the game specifically because they saw Pixelmon and how cool that looked. Like, at what point should like Microsoft be like, okay, here's a lot of money as well because you've contributed to this. We're going to support you. You know, your team's doing a lot. We're going to make this a full-time job for you. Keep bringing out the mod packs. Like, it just seems like counterintuitive to not help as much as possible for those things because it's essentially free advertising for them and it's doing work without having to pay a development team. It's just paying some guy that's like, you know, really into the game itself.
But at the same time, why pay
And
someone if they're already
also-
like passionate about it? You don't have to spend money on them if they're going to make videos anyway. That's just.
But let's say that the person that made Pixelmon, for example, they've got a full-time job otherwise. So they've made it, and now they don't have the time and resources to constantly update it as much as they would do. Like, would it not be beneficial for the game producers to like give them money to support and continue them doing that?
Yeah. And also, playing Sinister Sun right now, and I think it would be cool if like Nintendo added custom like shinies to the like legit games, like at rarer odds. Like, you have the normal shinies at the 1 in 4,000
That would be cool,
odds.
to be honest. Yeah.
And then you could have like the custom shinies at 1 in 8,000 odds.
Gods.
And so, what do you think that like maybe they should?
I think that would be cool, yeah.
2 shiny forms, so then just like differentiation, and one's more rare, I guess.
Yeah.
That'd be
I
cool.
like what Cosmic said, but what about watering down the IP by allowing mods? Because there's a lot of games that are adamant on, like, nope, there is no mod support. Call of Duty have been good for it. I think it was Black Ops 3. I think you could do it for Black Ops 4 as well. They actually allowed you to mod zombies, I think multiplayer as well, but zombies was the bigger hit. So there was actually a development team that actually allowed talented moderators to mod their game, and that kind of expanded the lifespan of the game. But not a lot of companies do that for some reason. And I don't know. I don't fully understand why, whether it's like a pride thing, a money thing.
They don't want people messing with the game, it looks like. They want to keep it like clean, what their vision was, I guess.
It should
I know
definitely
Also,
be.
maybe
Go on.
Minecraft recently
piracy.
hired the person who created the Aether mod, which was massive back, I don't know, 8 years ago or something. Where you
Shit
saw
like
those
that's
like
amazing.
fake videos like going to the Aether, like the glowstone portal water. Yeah, they've hired him, and people are now thinking, oh, will there actually be like another massive update for Minecraft where they actually do add this thing that had been modded into the game back in what 2012 or something? Mad.
That'd be really cool.
And also, I think the reason why all these big game companies don't allow these mods is probably because of piracy.
But
'Cause
let's
people
say
could
that
obviously just like pirate the game,
Maybe.
then just like keep on like install it like without paying any money.
But
Fair
like,
point.
let's say this, yeah. So let's say your zombies Call of Duty just for like ease, just as a game that some of us play and some of us don't. And they gave an incentive where if you made a mod that made over that 100,000 people downloaded and played actively, then they gave you like $10,000. Yeah. So what you'd have is you'd have an influx of people trying to make great mods and trying to make this game as fun as and excited as possible, whilst having to do no work whatsoever, having to pay realistically a minimal fee in comparison to the work that people are putting in, and you've got all people talking and like trying to, you know, make their like talking and advertising and saying, look, I'm playing this mod, come play it. I think it's really good and it will also help me out. It just, in terms of if you're a game developer, it doesn't make sense really not to advertise that as much as possible and like make that a core element of it, just because it doesn't, as I said, the monetary value, realistically, if they've got to pay like 30 people 10 grand each, that's 300 grand, they're probably paying that to one software developer at their company that's really good. So as I said, all of those, that's 100,000 people for each one, so that's 3 million people that have downloaded these mods. Some of them aren't going to have had the game in the first place, so they're going to have bought that game. And I think it's just like it's a money-making scheme that, as I said, it requires little effort on their front and would only benefit everyone involved, and would make a lot of people get into like software development and game development in general, when maybe they thought it wasn't worth their time before.
Yeah,
Could be
sure.
interesting.
Yeah, because it's words someone else take over. Brain fart. Fuck.
Go on, you can do this. Mate, I believe in you.
Come on, Dan.
Oh my god, where's it gone?
What are you thinking of? Are you thinking of
Welcome to my world.
A game? What about mod support, i.e. people calling Rockstar because the mods fails? Yeah, that's true, but at the same time, a mod's a mod, so you're gonna, I don't know, I guess it's not the game failing, it's just that particular mod pack, for example, isn't it? Like, and most good moderators, are they moderators or modders, whatever, actually support the game and fix bugs and keep the community up to date and let them know about new updates and stuff like that. RuneScape's the perfect fucking example. The developers, this isn't a modding thing, but they let their community decide between two updates. So they're like, would you rather have this or would you rather have that? And whichever one has the highest votes gets the update. Now, I'm not a RuneScape player, but shit like that's good from a development team.
That is good.
That's genius as well, for the sole reason of also the sole reason of if it fucks up, it's their fault, not ours.
Yeah. Yeah. What, Alpha?
I was gonna say, back on PS3, I believe it was, there was the Infamous games where you were like the guy that got the electric powers.
I played one of them. That's a good game.
I can't remember if it was Infamous 2 or if it was just the Festival of Blood DLC for it. It came out around Halloween when it came out, but they had an option in that where players could upload their own custom missions to the servers, and like if you wanted to, you could play like other players' fucking custom missions.
That's cool.
There was no trophy or anything for it, I don't think, so I never really did it. But like, yeah, that was an option. Like talking about like modding and customizing existing games within the game parameter. That was a game that allowed you to create custom levels, basically, almost like a Mario Maker sort of deal.
Yeah,
that's cool. I think another amazing game for modding, which isn't really that well known about, is something called Rivals of Aether. It's sort of like a Smash Bros type game, except all the like base characters were made by one person. The game was completely made by one person. And then he went, you know what, fuck it. Let's let the people make characters, and opened up like an actual online mod sort of workshop for people to make characters. And you can now just download the mod extension and download these characters that you can pick and choose from that people have made and then uploaded and given like move sets to, so you can get like it's not Mario, it's not Nintendo sponsored, but there's like Mario, and then there's like a Pac-Man, and then there are other things like there's a Barmer, there's just literally everything. Whatever someone can think of and make, they add it. It's insane. But yeah.
Yeah,
Just
Link
to
said.
say- oh,
Go on. Now, I was just about to say this goes into use, buddy, because you've played this game. The new Binder of Isaac DLC is based on a mod.
Yeah, no, it's the mod itself is incredible as well. I think it's called Fiend Folio. It's come out for like 6 months, and yeah, like it's changed the game completely. And obviously, this is what I kind of want to get at, is that people are doing that off their own backs. If you give people an incentive, as in like money, and they're like, look, make the best mod you can, and we'll give you some moolah afterwards. Like, think of how good stuff's going to be. Like,
People would blow our fucking minds, because people are blowing our minds and doing it for free in their spare time anyway.
Let's think of it like this, yeah? So Gary's mod's been around for what, like 15 years or whatever it is?
Forever.
If tomorrow they posted on their Twitter, you get £100,000 if you get the most downloads in the next 6 months.
Oh.
Imagine the like good stuff that's going to come out of that, of people trying their hardest, and and the hype that will build around it. Would make that money back in a week or so. I think it'd be crazy.
Yeah, I think so many people behind that know how to mod games would jump on that.
Yeah,
like
100%.
100 grand, mate. I'm learning how to mod for 100 grand. Are you kidding me?
Guys, I'm just noticing here, am I like really frozen up for you guys? Because like I'm watching myself on the stream there, and I'm like jumping all over the place and stuff. Like
You've only got half a head on my screen.
Very occasionally.
Oh, my end.
You're just very purple. That's about it. You look perfectly fine.
Lovely little fairy lights in the background.
Yeah, it's because I'm down in the basement now. I got my fucking blue stream lights on and that kind of shit. Yeah.
No, you look perfectly fine on our end of things. Yeah, you look all right.
Mm-hmm.
Leading into video games again. Anyone touch the new FORTNITE season or not? Anyone give one? Anyone care?
I wish.
I have. I don't like it. I'm just gonna say that now. I don't like it. I did a couple of games. No, for me it's changed too much. It's not like what I'm used to. If it was still what it was like, then I'll play it now and again. Now I'm hardly gonna touch the game.
I think go on.
I play it fairly often. Wait, who goes on? Okay, I play it fairly often with one of my mates from school, because it's like the only game that we can really cross-platform well on. He's really good at it in like the terms of like being sweaty, being good at the game, and I'm the person who like plays it more for fun. And we noticed like Fortnite's going downhill at the rate where it's like it stops becoming fun. Last season was cool, but after a bit it was like, oh, it's just kind of the same thing now. And I think with this new season, I've not played it, everything's changed to an extent that it's really good for me, because there's no real sweat weapons. You know, they've added chickens, which if you hold and jump, you start like floating. You like float down slowly. It's brilliant. It's so stupid.
Yeah, that's in Legend of Zelda.
You can tame wolves. It's all like flipping primal as well. I like that they've added crafting, and like you have bows. I love bows in any game. But now you have bows, and you can like change them from just a normal bow to, oh, this is now a flame bow. This is now like a shockwave bow. This one shoots blooming poison gas clouds.
1 second, just
really
going to download
cool.
Fortnite.
Okay, now you said that, I might play it more often.
But he's been texting me, and he's been like saying, I'm actually having fun with this game for like the first time in ages. And it's just like, good. I'm glad they've took this risk rather than sticking to some like true like method that's going to appease the sweats or pro players of the game. They've gone, yeah, you know what? Let's go see what I don't know, one of our developers' kids wants us to do with the game, and just completely changed it. And I love it. It's so good.
Because the thing that I kept seeing with Fortnite is that they kept doing like the movie characters and whatnot as like the DLC skins, and it seemed to be that was the focus. Because every time I'd look, they'd be like, "Oh, we've got Terminator. Oh, we've got Alien," and like, for one, that doesn't really make sense, because I don't think the people that I don't think there's a correlation between the people that play Fortnite and people that watch Terminator and watch the Alien films back in the day. Like they're all 40 plus, and or the people that saw it at the time, and the people that play Fortnite are all not so. That didn't make sense to me, and that seemed to be like all they were pumping out, which is constantly like, right, we got another one, and like it was cool when they first did it with like the Marvel thing, and what was the first one they actually did for like a skin? I think it might have been. Was it Batman?
It was Batman, I think. Yeah.
Yeah, and that was like.
Or you can go further back than that and say John Wick.
Yes, exactly.
With like the Punisher skin.
Oh yeah.
And then they actually did like a proper deal with him as well.
And that was once in a blue moon, and it was exciting. And now it's like, oh, all right, another one. Jesus.
Yeah, they're pumping them out. I think it's because it's easy money. Go on.
I was gonna say with Fortnite,
when I was playing
all those. Go on.
I was playing Fortnite earlier to check out what the new update was, and I found something that resembled Shrek's fucking toilet.
Oh, you mentioned this before. Imagine walking around as Shrek. Toilet. Bro, come on. Having a little pet donkey. I mean,
donkey.
Right, go on, Alpha. What was you going to add?
I was gonna say with Fortnite adding all of these movie characters and everything like that, I just feel like it's gonna be another one of them situations where it's gonna be just the birth of more and more and more of those memes where it's just the kid watching the fucking trailer, and then all of a sudden it's Arnold Schwarzenegger as Terminator, and he turns to the TV and it's like, it's the guy from Fortnite, and then there's a bunch of fucking kids.
Too true.
Also, they've been adding Fortnite YouTubers like Laserbeam.
Oh, that's cool. I like that.
I like that. That's cool. I respect that.
That's different. That's cool. Right. Exactly. You're adding people from the Fortnite community into the game.
Yeah.
But like Spuddy was saying, there's no point in taking a movie that's 40 years old and taking fucking the main character from it when your average player is fucking 15.
Yeah.
Like, they're not gonna get the fucking movie. Like,
no, they don't
understand it. Has anyone seen the memes as well where they've got like Kratos and he's flossing and it's like, oh my god,
yeah, I've seen them.
You can get that. You can
get them dirty.
Yeah, like the Terminator, and he's like blowing a kiss, and you're like, oh, great, I can't. What am I to do?
Ruined them. Splatty had a good conversation. I want everyone's opinion on this. What would you do if they put Pokemon in the game? So you can buy a bundle for, say, I don't know, $15, £15. You get Ash. It comes with a Pikachu on your back or whatever, and you have a Charizard glider.
I'd buy it.
I'd fucking buy it.
I would buy it as well. That would be amazing.
Pokeball grenades.
I wouldn't.
Yeah, you grenades, Pokeballs. I mean,
that'd be so cool if actually.
It's not far fetched because at the minute, like Spuddy said, with all the random skins, like even down to like Ant-Man, nobody really cares about Ant-Man in the films, like, and they're putting Ant-Man as a skin, so they're putting in the skins that people are like, the kids are going to be like, oh, Mom, Dad, I really want such a person, and apparently Lara Croft's in the Battle Pass as well.
Yeah, she is. She's like the
like, what kid knows Lara Croft?
Yeah, exactly.
Even Splatty the other day, he was like, who's Lara Croft? And we all just went, it's like that meme of all of them in the audience that just facepalm.
We know who Lara Croft is.
Yeah, that's good. Splatty didn't.
Yeah. Do you know what I want as well? I want the skin to be like the graphics of like the PS1 games, where she's literally like a box head. Like,
yeah.
I mean,
triangular booty cheeks.
Exactly. Yeah, that would be perfect. I'd get bored of that. But
yeah, that'd be hilarious. Oh my god.
That as an ultimate skin or something for it would be brilliant. Brilliant little reference.
These swagwares are moving quite well because Pikachu meant.
Swagway.
Yeah, I'm going with it. All right, just
so old.
Yeah, I'm what? It's all right. The last news topic I actually want to cover is: has anyone seen about TikTokers and YouTubers that are going to do boxing? That also, and also Addison Rae has made a song apparently.
I don't know
who is that.
Yeah.
Addison Rae is the biggest TikToker out there. Apparently, she's made a song. I saw it trending on Twitter. But the thing I'm fucking confused about is why TikTokers fighting YouTubers. But why?
Because because it's easy
Wow.
money for them. Yeah.
Yeah, platform breed platform.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They get to exercise for a bit and earn 50 grand out of it. You know what I mean? Doesn't really. All they've got to do is 30 seconds of work. They could literally, like half of them as well, they're going to train for like 2 weeks, all right? And they're going to get paid like 50 grand for it. Like, who realistically wouldn't? You know what I mean? And the worst thing that can happen is, you get knocked out or whatnot. And then you just be like, I didn't even bother training. It's fine. I mean, and then the ones that do win, then they're going to fucking, show off about it for the next, and like gloat about it for the next 6 months of their life, act relevant for it. It's a no-brainer from their point of view. The only problem I see is that I don't know if it's actually worth it from like an organisation's point of view, because I think everyone's real bored of it now. I'll be perfectly honest. I think everyone's real bored of it.
Logan Paul versus KSI was like the first massive one, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And then you had the rematch, and then you had Jake Paul versus someone else, and you just forget about it. It's like, oh, okay, you're just doing the same thing. Yeah,
it is getting a bit old and boring, and I agree with that. Just move on to something else. But what about we do move on to something else and actually do us like fight each other? Yeah. Bagsy not fighting Spuddy.
Spark you all out.
Can I just say this? All of us gang up on Legends. All of us gang up on Legends. All of us just gang up on Legends.
That motherfucker mine.
That was against all 6 of us.
Brilliant.
I think Splatty's throwing the first punch, isn't he?
I think he wants to, yeah.
Yeah. Who do you reckon
Fine,
will win
I'll hold him in the full Nelson so Splatty can get a clean punch.
What the?
All right.
Dan, who do you reckon would win if all of your community had a Royal Rumble? Who would be last man standing, do you reckon?
Oh my god.
Galleon's got to be a shout.
No, I think Avalon. Have you seen Avalon?
I haven't actually.
Bro,
so...
I'll give you
No, I
an
haven't.
example. Have you seen Moana? Anyone?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Mhm.
he looks just like Maui.
Oh, okay. Yeah. No,
All right, then.
Damn.
Shit.
Yeah, we ain't
No
gonna-
thanks. I ain't coming across him. No way.
No.
I'd definitely say Galleon would be up there.
I'm scrolling through your selfies now. Hold on. I'll find someone that looks tough.
I'll find someone who looks tough. I'd say Shin, but I think he's too nice, and I think he's small as well, so I don't think
Also,
Shin.
12, isn't he, apparently? So, no
Oh, we lost
experience.
weapons is my main question.
Oh, yeah, sorry. Thieves is winning if she's allowed a gun. Yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah. If Thieves has got an AK, I'm putting money on Thieves.
Oh yeah,
I've got an air
fucking right.
rifle.
I'd probably. What
we-
about
we
you
were
lot?
talking
Who
about
would
this
you lot
earlier.
think? Who would you lot say?
Well, I haven't seen Avalon, so I feel like that's a disadvantage. I'd put money that Beth would be in like the final 3.
Are you mad?
Yeah.
We're having a talk of a Royal Rumble,
on, Beth-
and
Beth
Spuddy
and
reckons
Cal
you'd be in the
people's
final 3. You know, last man standing.
Of course I would. I'd be at final 1.
Yeah,
You're a-
see?
What are you gonna do? Scare him off with your words? Oh, here we go.
I thought-
I have
Yes.
for those watching on YouTube and everyone on the call. There's Avalon.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
do you know
yeah,
what?
we're,
Man, I
we're,
can't
Jesus
see.
Christ, I
Avalon,
wouldn't listen.
Avalon
I did
will
put his
win.
face.
Avalon will win.
Oh yeah, he's built like
Oh,
a brick
God.
shithouse.
It's fucking built, isn't he?
Hey, do you know what he looks like? Have anyone seen the guy that
He's
like
not nice.
carves wood and is like really lovable? He's like a Kiwi
Yeah.
bloke, and there's
think
like
I
a video of him.
yeah.
There's a video of him like where
Right, so what's
he gets
going on?
donated subs, and he's like, "Oh, you didn't have to do that. Oh no, that's the whole point of Twitch. It's free. Oh, can I give this money back?" And then, and then there's a clip afterwards where there's just girl just being like, "Oh my god, how can you not afford $5 just to sub?" And it's like,
Why
"Oh
did we
Jesus."
go anyway? I thought this
Yeah.
was-
No,
Oh,
we're gonna
yeah,
do
that
Spuddy.
was.
That person.
Spuddy and him are doing half and half. That accent though, wow, that was something else.
I'm talented, mate. I'm talented. What can I
Who
say?
would you pick then? For those watching on YouTube, the wife. That's it.
Why do you have to be like that?
No, so
You make it dead awkward.
That's
who
about
would
to
you
throw a punch
think
now.
would win a Royal Rumble out of everyone in the community? Who would be the last man standing? I'm definitely saying Avalon.
Avalon.
Yeah, there's no way anyone's beating Avalon. I don't think there's
Okay, let's say
anyone.
Avalon's not in it. Let's say Avalon's not in it because he's huge.
Say Avalon's not in it. He's
Yeah.
Don't know, Alpha. Could you
Oh,
be a
wait.
dark horse?
Could he fuck?
I was about to say Thieves. Thieves has got tall, she's rangy. You know what I mean? I reckon
Nah,
we should have a go.
not
I got
rangy.
range.
Honestly, I'm sitting over here
Well,
watching chat scroll by, and every time Cosmic says something, I'm just like, man, he's not fucking wrong. Like, the boy is big. Like, you can't hit him hard
My
enough to
money
hurt
on
him. Like,
that is on.
I mean,
Dark.
that's a fair show.
You'd say
Cosmic
dark.
definitely has got guns as well, let's be
actually
honest.
pretty tall, Dark.
Dark's probably got a fucking bazooka hidden in his pocket. Let's be honest.
Oh,
He's
just
probably
close.
hired the army just to fucking sort us all out.
Wait. I
Doc,
say
just-
quickly, earlier
I feel
On-
like Cosmic.
Hang on, hang on,
when
let's
we
talk.
were all when Daniel was playing Pokemon Planet, Sply was asking for I think 1k of 1k Poké Dollars. Then we all misheard him asking for an AK.
What the-
Oh, God, yeah. I fight. Would you actually fight? I don't.
Apparently, I missed a lot today.
No, I see. Cosmic would only be good with his mouth or dirty little internet tricks.
Yeah, I don't think he's a
feel-
fighter.
No, I don't feel like he'd be a fighter.
I
He's
think
got
he'd
guns.
get
You
to your
be a
mind.
fighter, though. Like, not
You
like
just be
now,
weird.
Cosmic. Don't get mad at me for what I'm about to say here now, but like, just think about it. You're standing there and you're just you're laying into him, punch after punch after punch after punch. You're basically hitting a big fucking marshmallow. Like,
Cosmic's has been called a marshmallow.
Don't get offended by that. That would be silly.
Oh my lord, rest in peace, Alpha. This morning.
but you know what I mean? Like, you'd burn yourself out, and then he'd just have to like push you over, and you're done.
I have no
like,
idea what you mean. I have no idea whatsoever. All the thoughts of Alpha are not the views of the streamer. Just to be clear. All right?
You know, it's not a conversion.
Yeah, Cosmic's just said he thought Splatty might be a dark horse. He's lanky and trigger happy.
Trigger happy.
I don't.
Exactly. Ever see the Simpsons episode where Homer became a boxer? Boom.
Oh my god.
Right.
Cosmic's embracing it. I love it. Oh my god. He's now known as a
That means
marshmallow.
we can laugh.
Yeah, but that scary monster out of scary monster, that fucking ice.
Oh,
monster
no.
coming out.
Oh yeah, there's an
They're
ice
called
monster on
Marshmallow.
Frozen. Yeah, called
And Olaf
Marshmallow.
calls him a marshmallow.
Yeah. Oh my god, that's brilliant. Right. Subject change.
I am the steak puff.
We're gonna go
There you
to.
go, steak puff marshmallow man.
This would be a good topic for everyone. Sweets and candy. I've said candy because those Americans out there, that you used to love that you can't actually get anymore. Is there like
Dunkaroos.
sweets out there that you're like, shit, I wish they were back? Is there not for
I've
you?
got one, but it's a UK only.
Or maybe the flake snow.
I was about to say something similar, actually.
Are you gonna say
Do
something?
you remember the Dream bars? They used to be
Dream.
in-
Bars.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What about the
they
Mars
were-
Delight?
It was great as well, Dream, because they were like the white chocolate you were allowed as an adult. You can't get white chocolate as an adult anymore. It's always
Nah,
just
it's
like
Milky Bar, innit?
or-
Yeah.
Yeah, but I want just a bar of white chocolate and not to be judged heavily, if that's okay. I thought the only way you can get that is like to get the expensive like Lindt bars and whatnot. But who's got money for that? Let's be honest. But yeah, Dream was the first one that came to my mind.
Oh,
I think.
Cosmic saying real Twinkies. Can any other Americans agree with that?
I never really liked them.
So say, what happened to them then? Did they become plastic?
Twinkies went out of business.
Yeah,
or
pretty
something
much.
there a few years
Oh.
ago.
Yeah.
But
See,
then
I
they
just
came
know it from
back
the
with like a
films.
changed recipe or something like that. So
Ooh.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Spotty says Twinkies are amazing. Oh, they got purchased by another
Okay.
company. There you go.
yeah.
See, mine is another
Mm.
UK one, but it's not. It's more of a bag of crisps / chips. Prawn cocktail Watsits.
Nah, you're all right.
I bring it up
That's
every
fine.
time, and I'm so upset
What
that they
the-
don't do them anymore.
Prawn cocktail
Um,
is the worst flavour.
One
crisps.
sweet though that I don't know if they make anymore. Does anyone remember Frosties?
Yeah, they do still make.
Did they
it.
still make
cereal?
them?
Yeah.
I remember
Yeah.
Frosties.
Proper hard. I used to get them after school, like a small little
I do not know
packet,
that.
No.
and they had like they were red and they had like a light sugar coating on them, and they were like a hard-boiled sweet.
Yeah, they were like fruit pastels if they were
chewy on the
kept in the fridge for 7 days.
Yeah. I like them.
Do
They were
you-
alright.
Yeah, they were right. Do you remember fruit polos? They don't do them anymore.
They were
Do they not?
shit.
Yeah, I know, but they were always like
When
your
it was
granddad
warm
gave you.
and they'd stick together and the
Yeah.
wrapper would get stuck to them and fruit
I know.
polos. There was a fucking nightmare.
Nostalgic, innit?
It is
Nostalgic.
nostalgic because of that. Like they were just a
Yeah.
sticky mess.
Just old people would always have them. Always.
Yeah, but they'd they'd always have Werther's Originals.
Oh yeah, Werther's.
Nice to eat them now, mate. Werther's
Do
originals.
you know
are key.
Werther's as well, Alpha?
Fuck yeah, we got Werther's.
Oh, that's sick. I thought that was just a UK thing.
Yeah, Werther's
we
is
got
over
the
here
Werther-
too.
We got the
It's global.
we got the Werther hard candy ones, and we've got the soft chewables too.
Oh, just like us.
I thought that he was going to list off so many more varieties than us, because that's normally the case, isn't it?
Well, yeah, we got a couple of other like flavors. Like we got like a coffee flavor, soft one, and stuff like that. But
No,
like
no,
for
no,
the
no.
most part, it's just
Oh.
like
No.
it's just the regular toffees.
Oh, I never knew. I never
Something
knew
that
you
I
said
absolutely loved
Mhm.
that went out about I don't know how many years ago. I don't know whether they do still do them, but I haven't seen them for so long. Do you remember Coke Life? It was a drink, and it was made literally completely from plants. There was like nothing artificial about it or anything. Green bottle.
I remember. I think they like it was around the time they started doing like all of them at once. They did
Oh.
like Coke Zero. They did Coke Life.
Yeah,
They did
and
all
they
of
did-
them at once as well. So we just like, what the fuck is the
Yeah, we-
difference?
yeah. I
never
love
ever-
that shit.
I don't ever remember seeing Coke White. Can't say that I have.
Does anyone know the difference between Coke Zero and Diet Coke? By the way,
I should know
Zero
this.
sugar?
As diabetic, there is a difference, I think.
To
And
me,
it's
the same.
something very.
A Coke
Yeah,
Zero
I
has
say
zero
Coke Zero-
sugar, but it still tastes like Coke. Diet
and it-
Coke.
tastes
I
like
think-
lemonade. It doesn't make sense. They're the same thing, surely. I don't know. Maybe that's just me.
I think Coke Zero is the way like Morbid was saying. It's zero sugar, but it still tastes like real Coke. Diet Coke has aspartame in it, and it still has sugar. So like, Coke Zero has no aspartame.
What's aspartame?
Like,
Chemical.
it's like a fucking it's like chemical. Like it's almost like a fucking sweetener or something like that.
Yeah.
Like
It's a
Brilliant.
something. And
Nice.
it's not there anymore, so. Does anyone remember
It's something.
Trident gum? Trident, they used to come in little
Oh, that
square
disappeared,
packets.
didn't it?
Yeah, little square packets. They used to pop them open.
I do,
and
I
then they had,
do.
like, little
Yeah,
cheese.
yeah.
What?
Like,
What were they?
Trident.
Trident gum.
What happened to that?
So
My boss
Dan,
is-
they'd come in like little ceramic foiled pack, like pills almost. Like, do you know when you pop open like
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
paracetamol? You got the film covering, and then you'd push them up, and it'd pop out. And then they were little square, like little pillows almost, and
No,
you'd bite into them, and they'd be strawberry flavored, and they'd have like a little lime middle.
Oh no,
That
I've
was
never
like,
had them.
I
I
don't
thought you
know
was going to describe. Remember the minty thin strips that you would like put on your tongue and they'd like dissolve. Do you not remember them?
Oh yeah,
yeah.
they were like for good breath, weren't they? They were meant
Yeah,
for.
but they were
Yeah,
You try
super
and put two
thin.
on and
Like
it'd blow on it'd blow your mind.
yeah, because they were so strong. That's what I
Yeah.
thought you was on about, but
Mhm.
obviously
Nah.
not. No.
Would you describe mint as spicy?
If it's too strong, yes.
It's like a
Yeah.
cold
See-
spicy. It's
Yeah.
weird.
yeah, I was gonna say
Still.
like fucking mint is the cold equivalent of spicy. Like
Mm.
Yeah, but what if it's really strong? Like it burns your tongue.
So that's actually really apt. Like you can get them in heat from being cold, can't you? So mint, if it's too strong, sort of burns whilst being really cold, and then spice on the other
Yeah,
hand, hot because it's hot.
Yeah.
You've heard of frostburn before, like.
Yeah, true. It's the same concept, isn't it? Really?
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah. Is Hubba Bubba still a thing? Hubba Bubba, I think, is still a thing.
Yeah, I'm pretty
I've
sure
heard
it
of
is.
it,
It's
yeah.
just hard to find.
I forgot
Yeah,
which
it
one
is over here. It's not very common anymore, but it's still a thing.
Yeah, they expanded Etta Gum, and they're actually making like candy and shit. Like I think Airheads are made by Hubba Bubba. Like,
So I remember there used to be the savages at school. They'd get the the twirly one. You'd go round.
I have no idea.
They come in like a little
Plastic.
plastic pot
Yeah.
that you flip open.
Yeah.
And there used to be the savages that would just like get one of these and then eat it like that, and you'd be like, "Nah, you're a specimen, mate." Honestly,
Yeah.
You need to get the bin immediately.
I've been asked to. I
Not
don't
gonna
know if
lie.
this applies to you, Alpha. It might. I'll ask it
It does.
anyway. But
It
mainly
does.
morbid. Kinder eggs. Ever had one?
Yep.
Oh,
Oh
Yeah, I got one on the.
no!
I've never had one.
Fucking love Kinder
Because they're
Eggs.
banned, aren't they?
I
For
think
those
they're
that don't
illegal
know,
over
we're
here,
bringing
I
it
don't know.
up. Someone in chat, Cypher, has brought it up because they are actually
tell you.
banned
Kinder
in the US. So they can't experience a Kinder egg. Like,
They
the
have
toy,
their own
besides the
variation.
the toy's cool to build the toy or whatever, but for me, it's the company that makes the chocolate. Like, they do Kinder Buenos as well, don't they?
Kinder Buenos and the little Kinder Maxis.
And
the
they're
ones that
the-
got the little ridges.
Yeah,
Oh.
the taste of their chocolate
Yeah.
is incredible.
So
Yeah,
America
I love it.
America has Kinder eggs, but they're like a different version. While we have like the chocolate egg ones with a little capsule inside, America has a law stating that you can't have like any chokeable object with inside edible food, and the capsule is counted as like a chokeable object. So America has one where it's like an egg, and it splits open into two halves. One half has a toy in it, and the other half is like a chocolate mousse type thing. I don't know. It's not actually
Oh.
solid chocolate.
At what point
I
would you
don't
just
know.
Yeah, at what point do you not just let natural selection happen?
never
And if they kill themselves, they kill themselves. You know what I
Oh
mean?
my god.
Like,
Right?
you
We
can't
still
just-
have we still got regular Kinder eggs here. Like we have the fucking chocolate egg, dark chocolate on the outside, white chocolate on the inside. You break it open and there's a little pod in the middle,
Oh,
and fucking you
perfect.
take that apart and like
Brilliant.
there's shitty toy in it.
Because Canadians, they know that if their kid eats that, it's their fault and they deserved it.
Thank you.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Whereas Americans don't want to blame it. Everything's a lawsuit over there, isn't it? That's it. Everything's a
Yeah.
lawsuit waiting to happen. But
Mhm.
In America, I find it is, yeah.
whereas us are just like, yeah, let it be. Like
Yep.
the fact that
Sucks. I hate it here. I
they
want
had to
to leave.
make like an advert saying "Don't eat Tide Pods." Realistically, just shows the incompetence of the US.
Mhm.
That
So
craze was
they had-
bizarre to me.
Yeah, that they had to
That
make an
was so
advert
funny.
saying, "Do not eat this soap." Just to be clear, it might look nice, but don't eat the soap. Also, don't drink shampoo if it's pink and looks a bit like a smoothie. All right, don't do that either. You know, if a soap bar is shaped like a watermelon, don't bite into it. Like, what point is it just like, oh my god, Jesus?
Yeah.
It's mad.
Oh, Cosmic said he'll be back later. He's just gonna go wash his hair with Gorilla Glue.
I'm surprised when they're allowed to make Gorilla Glue. They had to get rid of like the good super glue because fucking people were too stupid to use it. Like,
This is why
Do you-
aliens won't visit us, because we're fucking idiots.
Yeah, is it like, nah, we won't touch these. Do you reckon that was an advert by Gorilla Glue? Do you reckon
What,
that
don't
they paid
put it in
the
your
person
hair?
to do that? Yeah, because then they were like, because at that point it's free advertising, really, isn't it? So like, look how good our product is. It fucked up someone's hair. Like, do you reckon they might have like sponsored that person and been like, look, do it as a prank, and we'll give you like, you know, here's 10 grand. Put it on TikTok, everyone will love it, and then everyone's talking about Gorilla Glue, and every time they need super glue now, they'll buy Gorilla stuff.
I think
Yeah,
the adverts are good enough as well. The fact that it's like the massive gorilla just appeared
Yeah.
suddenly and people scream. There's whole compilations of them where it's just like it's cut perfectly at the screen.
That is
Brilliant.
yeah.
Perfectly cut screams.
true. Super glue had the market for too long.
Sorry, I
Gorilla Glue-
wasn't laughing at you, Alpha.
That's okay if you were. I'm sure that everybody watching on YouTube is gonna laugh at me fucking dying, coughing, muted.
Again?
If anyone wants a real laugh, just ask Alpha at any point about his threesome story. That'll get a good one from you.
Oh, yeah.
Not
Wait,
now.
what?
Not now.
Yeah.
Ask him after. All right. It's a banger.
That's an
It's a
amazing
banger.
story.
Have to.
Yeah.
I might have to, honestly.
Kind of sad on Alpha's half, but it's a good story. Just
Am I actually telling the story again?
Nah,
No,
not now. We'll do
not
it
now.
another time.
yeah, not now.
It's a 2-hour special, that one, mate.
Oh Jesus
He's dying
Christ!
again.
Sorry, mate. Sorry.
Oh.
Oh Jesus!
It's right. He's held it now. He's good.
Yeah, he's recovered.
No, he's not.
recovered.
No, he's dying. No, he's still dying. This
No,
is put
no,
in
he's
my
not. Oh
Yeah.
no. It's getting worse.
There we
There
go.
is actually, since just for those not that know, Alpha is in a state where it's legal for him to smoke cannabis. So this is a
It's
news
called
topic.
Canada.
What? Why? What did I
It's
say?
called Canada. You said a state.
Did I say state? It's because I'm reading at the same time because this says here magic mushrooms are now legal in DC state. That's what I was reading as I was talking.
Oh,
So
that's good.
I've gone whoop.
Oh, okay.
Right, so magic
no,
mushrooms are now legal in DC state. How long do you think other countries will follow suit with recreational drugs?
It can't be too
I don't
long
know.
for us. It can't be.
I think it'd be a
I-
shit show
I'm
if that
surprised-
happens in the UK.
It'll be a shit show for like a week, and then
I'm
everyone
surprised the UK hasn't legalized like cannabis and taxed it already. Like
look, put it this
Canada
way.
alone is after gaining so much revenue from the taxes on fucking weed alone. Like
You want to recover from this COVID situation? Tax weed for like 2 weeks, you'll get it all back instantly.
Yeah.
There's too many stoners in this country. Okay,
where
seriously.
Buzz, where do you think Canada got the money to go start sending money out to all those foreign countries that were in turmoil there fucking early part of last year and the year before? Like legal weed.
Yeah, like it's. I mean, there's obviously the argument that it's not, but realistically, it's probably the same danger levels, if not a little bit less, actually, than alcohol. Would you say? Like, if you have a light dose of weed, or if you have a light dose of alcohol, the effects are probably similar in terms of like how it makes you not in terms of how it makes you feel, but in terms of like you're not going to do anything mental on either. And
You
on
got
high
a better-
doses of both, actually, it's probably better to be on weed than it is because we're going to just pass out in comparison to possibly stab someone.
I was gonna say, like, Spuddy, just as a counterpoint to your argument here, where you're trying to say like alcohol and weed are basically on the same level. When was the last time you heard of a guy go to the bar, fucking have 8 or 9 big joints, come home and beat the shit out of his wife?
True.
You got his
Not
brain
happening.
ticking
Buddy's
now.
gonna go to the
I'm not arguing at all, mate. I think it's very similar. But the counter argument for that is that in terms of for your health, smoking is probably worse for you in the long term than drinking is relatively. If you smoke a small amount,
Actually, speaking from a medical standpoint, tobacco smoke not included. If you're talking just about marijuana smoke and the effects on the body compared to alcohol, alcohol does far more damage to your liver and brain than what cannabis does to your lungs or brain.
get it legal then. What were people waiting for?
Really are.
But yeah, I just can't see it being too long before they tap into this market, essentially. Because the amount of crime will get reduced. I don't know what
I know. I think he's read something in Cosmic said in chat.
Yeah.
Oh
Yep.
god.
Yeah.
Yeah, Cosmic put in chat. He's like the only way that happened is if he came home and his wife was like keeping him from the Twinkies.
Oh god.
Ah, that struck me funny.
But in the UK, I think this is a US thing as well, probably depending in what state or wherever in the world. What would that mean for drug dealers?
Oh man, drug dealers here, like
they go on to
the weed
harder
dealers.
stuff.
Yeah, weed dealers around here are basically gone. Like the only weed dealers are left now were the ones that fucking had a price and a customer pool set up that were already under what you could buy at retail. Like that's the only time I ever go to like a black market guy, quote unquote black market guy, fucking is when I can get it cheaper on the street than what I can at the store. And I'm
It's
perfect for
bonkers.
money, baby.
Alpha's. I've actually had a conversation privately with Alpha about this before because it fascinates me because it's so out of the ordinary for me. The fact I've seen the tub, it has like actual official labels on it and stuff like that, and he can literally go to the shop, get his milk, get his eggs, get his bread, and get his tub of weed. Like in the UK, that is bizarre.
Yeah, there it is.
That's cool. I'm moving to Canada now.
Like it's bizarre.
Actually,
You can
and
do your
check
weekly
this
shop
out.
and
Look,
pick up your weed. It's just unheard of in UK, isn't it? Like,
watch
I
this
find
now,
it
boys. Watch
mad.
this fucking... Right here, they got a little warning on it for like warning this contains THC. Like, fuck, I don't know how well you guys can see that.
Just about, yeah.
Warning,
We can.
contains the good stuff. Warning. Okay.
But on the other side of the fucking can right here is a Canadian fucking duty paid symbol. So like
Duty
that's
paid
the same.
marijuana.
That's the same fucking sticker that's on the sides of our cigarette packs for like duty paid. Like
It's bonkers. I agree with, but it won't be long till. What about like other drugs, not just weed? Then, like that one was magic mushrooms.
I think mushrooms probably legalized at some point down the line. I
I
don't think those.
there's some scientists that figure like the only reason the human race is at the stage of like brain development that it is today is because like fucking our early ancestors found fucking magic mushrooms and started binge eating them and it altered our brain chemistry.
Were these scientists that were high at the time, though? That's what I want to know. Did they have an
No,
agenda?
there's really good evidence for it. They found like several like cave paintings almost, and there's one that they believed was done by someone high on shrooms watching like some sort of ritual, and it's a person wearing like a bee mask, and then with arms like that, and there are mushrooms like growing off of the arms. It's really psychedelic, pretty much. It's insane. And yeah, they're starting to think that maybe we developed our whole consciousness because of magic mushrooms. It's insane.
Yeah, it's bonkers. What about other
Actually,
hard? Go on. Go on.
I was gonna say Joe Rogan is the one that like touched on the subject during a fucking comedy special. He phrased it as a joke, but like if you look into it, like there are some serious fucking medical, not medical, but scientific papers that look into the effects on like magic mushrooms would have on the early like proto-human brain. Like I guess they're doing experiments with chimps. I don't fucking know.
What about the harder drugs? Your meth, your cocaine, your heroin.
I think it would be beneficial for most countries to do what they do in Portugal, for example. Portugal's really interesting in terms of they are a country where all drugs, if you have a personal quantity, it's decriminalized. You won't get arrested for it. You won't go to jail for it. You won't, they'll confiscate it, but that will be at the side of the road and it'll be done. And also what they've got is they've got centers that you go to. So let's say that you are doing it, that you can, get syringes that are new, and so you're not going to get contamination, or you can get drugs tested so that you know that what you're taking is something that's actually what you want, rather than it's a cyanide that you're gonna go out of your head for the next 48 hours or potentially have like a heart attack over. Because at that point, and also whilst they're there, they've got the support. So at that point, whilst you're getting them tested, they can, give you certain things and, like say to you, why don't you go to this, center or this like rehab, because you've obviously got a problem, but it's not in a way that's like, right, you're a bad person, you're a terrible person, you need to go to this and you need to immediately stop it. And, all right, we're sending you to jail because that's the best place for you, is a locked room where you're going to, all of your anxiety and whatnot's going to be heightened. And what they found that less people are taking drugs than before, for a start. They found that the amount of deaths from drugs is down by like close to 90%, something crazy like that. There's actually less drug dealers out there because what you're getting is if everyone's testing stuff constantly and whatnot, then the people are going to have to be genuine with it and actually cost them quite a bit of money, and there's not as much profit in them essentially. And you've got less people becoming addicted to stuff because they've got other options. And I feel like what you've got now is you've got this like blame state at the moment that's like, right, you're taking drugs, you're a bad person. You're going to jail for one. If not, you're getting arrested. And all that's causing is like this. It's almost like the idea, that when someone tells you to do something, like tells you not to do something, you want to do it. Yeah. And if you've got all of these people saying, yeah, you can do it, but it's not actually that cool, like you can come here and do it, but it's something glamorous, it's something that we can help you with. I mean, like it's not all of that. It's so much better to have that mindset of you can do it, but it's just not great, rather than no, you can't do it, no jail. Because if anything, that means that people think like, right, let's say they're at life's end, like I need to do this because this is the bad thing. This is the thing that everyone says not to do. Why don't I do that? It just feels like having this case where if you get caught with something, then you're going to jail for it. It's such a backwards way of thinking, and I feel like the whole of the UK will probably benefit more, and other countries as well, if it was a case where there was support for people going through that rather than just making them criminals immediately.
Yeah. Sorry,
I realised that 5-minute rant on that. My bad.
Jesus. You enjoyed that one, didn't you? You enjoyed going with that one.
So good.
Yeah, I thought someone might pop in at some point, but they didn't. So, yeah, my bad, people.
Part of me was listening to you though and getting other people's feedback on chat because they're all having their discussion about it as well. The fact that some of them agree on the fact that they've never really heard anyone being like kind of aggressive or kind of over the top being on marijuana, whereas some people say that can be the case, but I just think the kind of the stats speak for itself in a way. Like think of like nights out and stuff like that. How many people have accidentally died to a punch because of a pissed up disagreement and all kinds of, say, like women being attacked by men because of drunken disagreements or whatever? I have never, ever, 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 and I'm 30 years old, all right, I'm a boomer, heard of a story of that being the case with weed. Never.
Nah.
Oh, the worst thing I've probably heard from weed is someone throwing up because they've had too much weed, and that's about it.
Yeah.
Because they've not been able to handle the weed. That's it. That's all I've heard of.
The other thing is that something being illegal is not a deterrent. Like, it's really not. Like, if people want to do these things, they're going to do it regardless of being legal or not. So why not tax it, one? And why not make it so that people don't die from it? It just doesn't make sense, really. And why not get rid of the criminal element of it as well? If you make, for example, cannabis legal tomorrow, as Alpha said, drug dealers go out the window and they start getting legitimate jobs because that's the only option they have. You know what I mean, like the crime element of it. Like, how much of the crime industry right now is just based around cannabis, for example?
There's been some instances in my area and probably everyone else's area where someone's died because they've owed money because it's been a drug debt. And if it was, for example, legal, drug debt wouldn't exist. The drug dealers wouldn't be hunting these people down for money and threatening them with their lives and shit. All that would be quashed.
Speaking of someone who's smoked weed since I was 15 years old, I have actually taken an ass kicking on multiple occasions because of debt. So I know exactly what you're talking about.
Damn.
That's what I mean. But since it's legal,
Ow.
have you ever been
Alpha's
beaten up
definitely
because
not
of
winning the
being?
Royal Rumble.
Oh, not at all.
That's what I mean. So that making it length.
That's the thing. The fucking grocery store and the fucking dispensaries, they don't take fronts. You're not gonna have debt with a fucking store.
Just because
Right?
it's
Like-
fucking made okay in your country doesn't mean
Nah,
you struggle
they're not going to have you on
can't-
sick, mate.
to get the drugs.
You know what I
No,
mean?
man, exactly. You can't go to the fucking grocery store and, hey, man, can I get an eighth and I'll hit you up next week? No, you're not gonna go for it.
No, I've got to scan it. What are you talking about? I mean, of course not. Yeah, no. It's baffling, really, in terms of why it's not a thing.
And
But
so, like, not only are you reducing drug crime in that sense, you're actually reducing violent crime as well because, like you said, now there's less people getting beat up or shot or fucking killed
Right there, then.
over fucking drug debt if there is no drugs to be in debt to.
Beth's come up with a good point. Can I let her just say this bit? Because she's come up with a good point to counteract what I've just actually said about it reducing people getting like fucked up by drug dealers. Go on.
What? You're very scared now.
Why? No, you come up with a good point to counteract what I said.
No, like I said, right. I can't get near. I'm sat on the car.
Ow.
Basically, like, Danny's saying that, but Mr. Crackhead that sits on the fucking corner is still not going to be able to afford his crack.
Well, weed,
So he's still
for
going to
example.
fucking, well, anything.
Yeah, carry
Still
on.
crackhead, isn't he? He's still going to fucking rob shops. He's still going to rob fucking people's houses. There's still going to be fucking
100
crime. Why does everybody think
100
just because fucking we sell crack in the fucking corner shop now, it's alright?
just to be clear, didn't give that argument for crack being okay. Crack's still bad.
No.
Crack's still bad.
He's on about because you're using the
Yeah,
word
crack is
crack,
still
not
bad.
weed. We're on about just weed itself because
Anything.
it's not as harmful as.
Crack, weed, fucking
Crack,
heroin.
whatever.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what drug
I
it's
don't
going to be.
think there-
Someone is
you-
still going to rob
yeah.
a fucking
Beth,
house for 10
I'm sorry, you
Can't
don't
give a
get
shit
to
who the
lump
fuck you
weed
think
in
you
with
are.
crack and
There's
heroin.
still fucking
Like, they're
gangsters that walk
completely
down our
different
fucking
things.
street thinking they're 10 men at the age of fucking 14 taking knives around with them.
Yeah, it's bad.
Because he
Yeah,
want the
it's
fucking
bad.
10
That's
bag
more
off
to
the
do with-
fucking off the next fucking drug dealer.
Yeah, it's bad round here for youngsters that are turning into.
Bloody hell, there was a young lad, right, at the back. We have like the back of our house, literally directly on the back of our house is a ginnel. And
A
then
what?
another set of houses.
An alleyway. Northern.
Just a fucking
Oh,
just a
get
path,
up.
yeah. Just a path between some houses. And there was a teenager not so long ago that got bloody put up against the wall with a knife down here. On his
But do
way
you think
home
that
from
would-
school because he got a drug debt.
Do you not think that would not happen if that guy didn't owe that money to? Well, didn't owe that money in the
I think
first
that would
place,
happen if you didn't owe the money in the first place.
and it was just a shop that he was
And
buying.
it was just a
from,
shop that
and
he had to buy it from.
Echo.
It's still that little lad that wanted his weed. He's still gonna go and rob the fucking your granny, or he's gonna still go and rob your kids on the street because he still wants his weed. He doesn't care what he's gonna do to get his weed.
Problem
thinks
then
he's
lies
on-
with
So I
them.
suppose
He's
she's got a
unstoppable.
point with that because there is a lot of like teenagers out there that will go out of their way
Do
to
you
get the
really
money to
think
buy
that
it,
if they
but they
put-
just won't be in debt with a dealer, will
You
they?
really think that if you put it on a shelf in a shop, that's gonna stop all these
But
little
couldn't
gangsters?
you say that that's the same with alcohol at the moment? So you've got a kid that wants to drink, and he robs people to get some drink, whether that's legal or not. It's exactly the same thing because if he wants a beer and he can't get a beer at the moment because he can't afford it, he's going to go rob people for it. So does that mean we should? Let's say he wants a PS5. He wants a PS5 tomorrow, but he can't get one. So he goes robbing for it. Should we make PS5s illegal at that point? Should we make beer illegal because of that? Like, if someone wants something and they're robbing for it, that's on that person for being a bad person. That's not on the law to be like, right, we need to make sure that thing is banned.
Yeah, but what I'm trying to say is it's not gonna stop that little fucking idiot wanting these drugs.
No, but it might
Put it in a
stop
shop.
10. It might stop 10 other idiots from doing so because they don't. At that point, they've got no involvement with crime or anything like that. They're not going to a dealer on a Saturday night. It's going to the
And I
shop.
think as well, it'll
Don't get
save a lot of
involved.
people's lives as well. Like I said, the drug dealers holding people up with knives, some people getting shot or whatever. That happens in some areas. No, but I mean, it's going to be reduced.
It's still going to happen.
Yeah, it'll still
because do you
happen,
know
but
what
it'll be
will happen?
reduced drastically.
Do you know what
yeah.
will happen? Right, the price of it will go down really, really cheap, right? So then, do you know what your next drug dealer's doing? Because now he can't make his earning, he's going to then make it cheaper, mix it with some fucking different stuff.
But then people don't go to them, though.
Yeah, but
your local
the
drug
point-
dealer that you've always trusted?
The point is though, is it fair to ban it for everyone when a lot of people use it just recreationally, yeah? So like, you all know people that just, have a joint on a Saturday night or whatever. And should they have it so they've got to go to a seedy part of London, a seedy back alley and do some shady deal with someone they don't know and buy some stuff that's, that they don't know what's in it properly, that hasn't gone through any process or anything. It's just some random guy. He's pulled it from anywhere. Should they have it so that they can't do that and they have got to do all of that weird stuff rather than just be able to go to a shop because there might be crime after it? Because it feels like, especially for something like weed, where it's fairly tame in terms of what it produces as an effect. It feels very unjust for them to have to go through all of that for something that they just want to sit down on Saturday night and enjoy, and that they're in their. Should it not be their right to do so? Really?
Are you not seeing the wrong effects that drugs can do to people?
Yeah, but that's the same as alcohol, though. Alcohol and smoking is just as bad, realistically.
Alcohol's
both lethal, aren't they?
But they're
Alcohol is
I'd say it only becomes bad, alcohol, when you are taking it and drinking and drinking and drinking and drinking and drinking.
You could say that marijuana is only bad when you smoke it all the time. No, you have it once a week, and it's.
You have one fucking joint, you think you're fucking unstoppable, you're out of fucking there.
Some people aren't, some people aren't. Some people aren't.
no man.
No.
Some people are dead
I
chilled
take
with
my
it, aren't
first
they?
puff of my joint, and you know what I think I am? Fucking hungry. I don't think I'm fucking invincible. I'm happy, and I'm hungry. And now my brain isn't shouting at me, and I can think like a normal person. Like.
But you're not thinking like a normal person. You don't even know what fucking day it is.
Yeah, but someone that's having a time, they're also not knowing what day it is, then they're also out there. You know what I mean? So I feel like that you can't have it both ways. At that point, you've got to ban alcohol, haven't you? Really?
Yeah.
Because wouldn't you agree? Would you at least agree though? There's more bad instances on alcohol.
I never know what day it is.
Like alcohol on nights
I'm
out.
lucky I know
More shit
today's
happens on
Friday.
nights out than say someone just sitting at home having a joint.
No.
Because look at I use the example of like drunken fights and stuff like that, and people have got seriously hurt or died from it, and you see the tragic stories all the time of it.
Yeah,
but when do you hear that with
people,
weed? If that was legal,
then people are not just on a fucking. They're not just on a fucking lager and a fucking adrenaline.
Okay.
Is it they fucking got sniffed up in the fucking toilets of the fucking club, and they're ready for a fucking fight?
Yeah,
Beth, let me ask you this.
Yeah, but now you're talking about cocaine. That's not fucking weed.
Exactly.
Like,
also, let me ask you this.
You can't.
Oh, go on now.
Like, I was gonna say I'm sorry, but you're bouncing around as someone who's taken a few drugs in their life, and I know the effects that certain drugs have on the body because I've been there. Fucking, like.
Oh, you're odd.
You can't compare weed to cocaine or ecstasy or alcohol. Like
let me ask
you're talking about apples and oranges.
Yeah, Beth, let me ask you this, yeah? So you've got the choice of these two groups of people.
I'm not even meant to be in this podcast, right? I'm meant to be fucking paying my kitchen.
Go on, last thing then.
Let me ask you this, yeah? So you've got the choice of this. You've got a group of 10 people that are all 8 beers in, yeah? And you've got to walk through the middle of that. Or you've got 10 people that have all had a joint each, and you've got to walk through that. Which are you going to... Which is going to be an easier process for you?
Beer.
I'm going to walk through the group of stoners.
You think that walking through are people that have beer that do not give a fuck that you're walking past them at all? They're living their own little bubble.
Do you want me to tell you an actual fact of down here, right? If I walked through a group of people that had joints down here, I can guarantee you now, right? They have either been on something else or they've got knives on them.
That's not the question, though. I'm saying if you've got 10 people, 10 exact the same people as well, yeah?
And I'm just telling you from my view from down here. I can't tell you my view from where Alpha lives or my view from somewhere else because I don't know that view. I haven't been there. My view of where from round here, I'd rather walk down the piss one.
Fair enough. I know as a bloke that's that's lived in London, I know that I'd 100% go past the stoners all day. There's going to be no problem whatsoever. They're living their life. They do not give a fuck about you as you're going past them in any way, shape, or form. Whereas the pissheads are going to be abuse. They're going to be like, "Oh, mate, how you doing?" Like, oh God, Jesus.
As far as I'm concerned, I walk through that group of stoners. I'm more likely to come out of the other side of that group with a joint in my hand than a knife in my gun.
Yeah. I'm just a little bit. 1 second, people.
No, gone.
Wait, where did you say he was going?
Oh, I don't know.
I don't know.
I think he said he had to answer the door.
Oh, fair enough.
But no, he's gone.
No, I'm only guessing.
What?
Wow, that topic got heated.
No, it's good though, because it's not personal. It's just people feel strongly about different things, and people like to put their side of things across, and you can clash, but I don't think it'll ever be personal between us lot. Like, I think it should. I think it's good. Otherwise, if we just have a conversation like, yeah, weed's all right, yeah,
it's not interesting.
It adds more kind of like drama to the conversation a little bit.
It's a lot different though because Alpha's area is quiet. There's no one.
I think it will go on, but I'd still probably walk past stoners personally as well, though. But I think it does depend on where you go.
Totally fucking different.
England's definitely different to Newfoundland, where he lives, for 100%. And like London's different to where we live.
I'm not even fucking going out. Fucking night, I'm telling you now.
Yeah, it's not nice, is it?
I don't go out past 7 o'clock. No.
If you ever found some smoking weed or something, they're probably doing it with their friends in park.
Yeah.
That'll be it.
That's what my friends do.
Right, so since we've had the heated discussion, let's bring it up to have a little laugh and a giggle. We're going to play a little game. We're going to do some dad jokes, right? But there's a catch. The person that laughs the least wins a month sub on me, or they get an extra sub, or if they're not a sub, they get a sub, basically. So whoever laughs the least, so you can't laugh, and we have all got 2 dad jokes each to try and make everyone laugh. And I'm going to try my best. Shout at me, chat as well, for those watching on Twitch, if I fuck up the counting. But I'm going to try my best to count who's actually laughed. Spuddy,
I've never laughed in my life.
He's warming up. He's rolling the neck.
I would roll my neck, but I slept weird last night and it hurts. That's why I'm set all weird.
I've noticed you're very stiff and awkward. So I think we'll go in order of the way that the cameras are set up. So we'll go Alpha first, then myself, then Morbid, Phoebe, Pikachu, and Spuddy. Is that good?
All right.
Save the best till last.
Are we gonna do? I was gonna say we're gonna do one each and then do a second round.
Yeah, we'll do one each and then we'll loop round again. Yeah.
I'm guessing also no covering mouths or whatever. You have to,
no covering mouths. And should we say even a smile counts as laughing? Do we say straight face?
An audible laugh is one.
That's not fair. I'll bake that in my face.
So what do you want to say?
What covering my face because I'm thinking a lot, man.
Say if we hear something, that counts as a laugh, even if it's just a.
Do you want to go with that?
Yeah.
Yep.
I'd go.
We all happy with that? Spuddy, you happy with that?
I have verbal.
Yeah, I'm fine, mate. Do not worry.
Okay.
I have verbal tics that make me make noise.
Well, you might lose.
That's not my fault, though.
Right. Showtime, baby. Right, let's think of a dead puppy.
All right.
Dead puppy.
All right, here we go. What do you call a duck that's addicted to drugs? Quackhead.
What?
Oh, I can't. What the fuck?
Spuddy laughed!
Oh,
No way!
I thought I'd be able to do this.
It cracked! First one to
Oh,
crack!
no.
Second
That's
one then that.
fun.
That's correct.
Right, all of you laughed as well, just to be clear. You
I'm
laughed
laughing
me,
at
your
you!
problem.
I didn't.
Do you know what?
That's your problem.
I don't
I
even
didn't laugh.
care.
I did not. I did not.
I don't
Yeah.
even care. Oh my god.
I think Luke,
Oh, we're trying not to laugh at that joke.
and Steve did. I'm throwing it out there.
Oh
But it was
dear.
at me, so I don't know if that counts.
Chat, what do you say? If we laugh at someone else in the call, do you think it should count as laughing?
Down to the chat.
I'm laughing looking at Danny's face. Terrible Alpha. Phoebe, Pikachu.
Oh my god.
Any laugh counts while he's gone, but then everyone else
Ah,
is
it's
gone.
saying
No,
it counts as a laugh. It counts as a laugh. Yeah.
Mhm.
Right, so I've laughed. Pikachu laughed.
Spuddy's laughed.
Spuddy laughed.
I didn't laugh.
You did. I seen you. I seen you.
So
I'm
Pikachu
sorry.
didn't
I
laugh.
didn't laugh.
I seen him
Nah,
laugh.
he was good. Nah, he was good, mate.
Okay. Right. Are you ready?
Right.
I bought some shoes from a drug dealer. I don't know what he laced them with, but I was tripping all day. Oh, Stone Cold.
No.
I've heard that
Stone
one before.
Cold.
No.
I've
Go on,
heard that one
Phoebes.
before.
Proper dog shit,
Morbid,
that one.
morbid. Let me get rid of it.
Okay. My wife and I have reached the difficult decision that we do not want children. If anyone does, please send me your contact details and we can drop them off tomorrow. My mom would say.
I'm all good. I'm all good. I'm fine. I'm absolutely fine.
She almost got me to laugh.
Phoebe, you're up. Can you make us laugh?
Phoebes.
God.
Before you start, I can't believe that Quackhead is the thing that's got us so far. Fuck me.
Mhm.
Jesus Christ.
Go on.
Right, go on.
I've got a great joke on construction. I'm just still working on it though.
I mean, it took me a minute to get there, and when I got there, I was close.
I was trying to play it. I was trying to play it off so you didn't know it was a pun coming, and then God damn
That's
it.
what threw me off. I was like, wait, and then the penny dropped. The penny dropped. Right, Pikachu,
Yeah.
let's go.
Why don't eggs tell jokes? They crack
Why?
each other up.
No, 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 no.
ain't
Everyone's
it,
cool
Chief.
as a cucumber. Now, this is one we got to be afraid of.
Yeah.
What have you got
Staring
prepared?
at him the whole,
To be fair,
Nervous.
the
staring
first
at him
one-
the whole time.
the first one's not exactly, I think I might get a chuckle, but that's about it. Why do Karens press Control Alt Delete a lot? Because they're always asking for the task manager. By the way, Phoebes is just smiling at the moment, just to be clear. Phoebes is just smiling. So
I agree.
if we want to deny Phoebes. Alright.
Cypher said, Spuddy goes, hang your shit head in shame.
Look, that was the first one. That was a bit average. But the second one's a banger.
Oh,
That's
no.
fine.
I swear.
It's-
And
it's-
honestly, I
By the way, these are dad jokes, just to be clear. None of them are bangers, really, apart from Quackhead. It's fine.
Oh,
I think the
if
fact
Alfred
that we-
was first, was a quackhead. What's it? Alpha, what have
Yeah.
we got next? Oh, no.
oh my God.
What did the taxi driver say to the wolf?
What?
Werewolf?
Is Phoebes' normal face like a
No.
smirk?
Morbid's holding it back as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, you.
What? What did I
You
do?
coughed.
Well, yeah, to be fair. All right. Alpha, I will say your first one was so much better than your second, 100%.
Yeah, I thought I thought I held back the good one, but apparently I didn't.
Just wondering, does anyone know what Forrest Gump's computer password is? One Forrest one. No.
I already know that one.
No.
I knew that one too.
You bastards!
Got it.
Right, go on, Morbid. I'm a big fat failure. Somebody laugh, damn it.
I think we're all laugh at me.
Food.
Oh my god.
My favorite novel is The Hunchback of Notre Dame. I love a protagonist with a twisted backstory.
He went! Alpha!
I got someone! Yes!
He's gone.
Okay.
It's the way he tried to hold it in and it just burst.
Unlucky.
I'll have to put one down as well because when you laugh at someone else.
Oh, fuck, that one got me. Oh,
I think it's
really good though.
Oh, why is it the dark ones get me?
I mean, it fits.
Come on then, Phoebes. Yep, you're up.
Alright. The salesman at the furniture store told me this sofa will sit 5 people without any problem. I said, where the fuck am I going to find 5 people without any problems?
Do you know what I find the worst is the awkward silence of us all trying to hold it together. Some of us.
Yeah, I had to go to my sad place for that one. I'll be honest.
What?
I had to go to my sad place because that was good. I had to internally think of the dead puppies again.
I literally had to swallow that time and compose myself.
Right, Pikachu, you're up.
Okay. Why do seagulls fly over the ocean?
Why
Since they flew over the bay, we'd call them bagels.
Know that one too.
That's
Heard that one on Fox Kids when I was
I've not heard one, but that's pretty good.
That's good. I heard that when I was 12, so I'm alright.
I know.
Right.
Got someone.
Oh, I got well excited earlier. My girlfriend called me a sex machine. Well, I mean, her exact words were, "You're a fucking tool," but
No!
I got him.
Fuck, that was so good. Fuck's sake.
Got him.
Phoebe showed teeth. Phoebe showed teeth.
Yeah, no, I did. That was a good fight.
Alpha's laughing. There's no way. Alpha's gone as well. Come on.
Yeah.
I was gonna laugh at my girlfriend called me a sex machine part, to be honest.
Guys, alright.
That was so good. That was
I'm
so
composed.
Yeah. Alright. I don't think Pikachu squad at any point even sniggered, so
I mean, I win.
I have no clue.
Or-
No, we're tied.
Or if you tie it, because you are kind of on the points, tied up, as for not laughing, do you not want to do a rock, paper, scissors to the death?
what I can do is I can list off some
then.
more.
There's gonna be lag.
Oh, do that idea. No, yeah, do that idea. Content, you know?
Yeah, what about like more jokes until the first one lasts, but they
Yeah.
progressively get funnier?
Yeah, I like
Yeah.
that one. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. I'm good with
I only
that.
prepared 2.
I've got about
How about the people who tied don't go and everyone else
I
just
was gonna
make
say I've got
one?
like a few here.
Yeah, go on,
so
just
we know
find,
what
just find
I want to
jokes
listen to
out.
Spuddies because he's prepared a few, so
Alright,
I
so
want to
okay,
actually
go on then.
sit back and enjoy some of these cringy jokes.
My girlfriend found out I was cheating on her after finding all the letters I was hiding. Needless to say, we're never playing Scrabble again. All right, fair enough.
And this is, by the way, can I pause you? Can I pause you? If I see just a smile out of one of you, you lose. No smiling at all.
Nah.
No smile.
That's
zone.
not the. That's not how we played it.
smile zone.
No happiness at all.
Wasn't the rules?
No, but this is head to head.
Right, next one.
Okay.
I saw my wife drunk, screaming at the TV. Don't go in there! Don't go into the church, you moron! It's the last time I let her watch a fucking wedding video. Alpha's gone.
That was
Slay.
dog shit. I really didn't like it.
Smiling.
All right.
No,
Next one.
Next.
No, I
Yeah.
couldn't see.
How do you get a farm girl to like you? First,
Ow.
a tractor.
Oh, I get it.
You know what I did there?
Yeah. Took me a second.
All right, okay. They weren't meant to be confusing, just to be clear. My girlfriend said she'll leave me if I don't support Trump. I said, okay. Biden.
Oh, dude, that was morbid.
Morbid gun!
I got morbid. Pikachu won. I got you
Why is it
morbid.
those jokes
Well
that
done,
get me?
Pikachu. Well done.
Oh my god.
Oh,
It was so hard to hold back all my laughter then, but I did it.
I'm going to be honest, the last few were like clutching at straws as well, so I'm glad that got out of the way.
I know, right?
Hey, Spuddy.
Oh.
Spuddy, did you hear the joke about the cat on the roof?
Tickle me with it.
Never mind, man. It's over your head.
That's good. I'm allowed to laugh now. Huzzah! Oh, classic.
Oh, that was brilliant.
I've already watched so about to laugh.
You're not going to be miserable for the rest of the evening, just in that zone. That's it.
I think MVP for joke was what was it? Redo it. Alpha, redo your joke. MVP.
Oh,
You're pointing at me.
what
Oh,
do you,
on my screen, I'm pointing to Alpha. Oh, no, there you go.
Other way. There you go.
what do you call a duck that's addicted to drugs? A quackhead.
Oh, it's so good.
I couldn't believe it. Spuddy was the first person the whole time for those on YouTube. During the earlier today, he was like, "No, there's nothing that can get me. Stoneface, blah blah blah. Quackhead gets him."
I'm upset by it as well.
Oh.
Yeah, I knew you would be.
I feel pride.
Yeah.
I feel pride.
Yeah,
It was
you
a banger.
cracked him. He was adamant he wouldn't break, and you cracked him.
It was a banger. I can't even
I think
lie.
my highlight of that little section was the fact that Alpha was almost bursting at the seams through some of them, fighting it back.
My highlight was that the entire time Phoebes was smiling. Like, there wasn't one. She just was smiling throughout. And everyone was...
Who did I get with my joke about the seagulls? About the seagulls.
I got it.
Oh,
I got it.
Yeah.
That was pretty
But
good.
like I
that
said,
was.
I
like
heard
that.
that on Fox Kids. I heard that on Fox Kids morning programming when I was 12. So like, I had a decade and a half to deal with the humor from that one.
It's, I find the most random shit funny. Like, if you say half a joke without the punchline, I'd still find that funny. It's so dumb.
It explains you starting to laughing before I got to the punchline. Oh,
Yeah, it's just like I heard
it's
something and I think, oh, that's funny just by itself.
Liam wants more jokes, but I don't think I've got like 3 more, but I don't think they want to hear them. I'll be honest.
They did start
I've got a
going
really
downhill.
long one.
Ow.
Yeah.
I've got a really, really long one. It's not a dad joke,
Alright.
but it's really good.
Go on, hit us with that joke to round
Go
up the
on.
podcast then.
You may have heard it, but there are
Go on.
3 people lost in a jungle when they're captured by a group of cannibals. The cannibals say to them, "We will eat you unless you can bring back 5 different fruits to us." So the first person goes around, collects about 5 strawberries, comes back, and they say to him, "Right, now you have to shove each one of them up your... without changing your facial expression, otherwise we will kill you and eat you." He gets about 3 up, cries out in pain, and they kill him and eat him. The second person comes back with some cherries, and they say to him. He's got the fourth one up, just about to put the fifth one in, when he starts bursting out laughing, so the cannibals kill him and eat him. In heaven, the first one says to the second one, "What were you doing? You were so close to winning it. Why'd you laugh?" The second one says, "I saw the third person come back with pineapples."
Oh no.
Oh no.
That's amazing. I like that. That's a little
That's
journey,
why
that one.
That's a
Yeah,
good
that's a
one.
good one.
As soon as she started telling the story, I was like, I know what's coming.
Yeah, that's amazing.
I've got one here from the roast section that I haven't, I basically didn't start, but I wrote a couple. I'm just going to do one though, because I found it quite funny. I'm not saying Alpha smokes too much weed, but it's the only person I know that when someone says hi, he thinks it's a question.
You're not wrong.
You're not wrong.
Yeah, just to be clear, that there'll be along those lines for next week.
For those on YouTube and Twitch, that's a little teaser of what's coming next week, because Spuddy has put into Discord that he wants to roast some of us, and some people are actually down for him to roast. So that
I need
will
it.
be interesting.
I need it as a motivation booster.
Good job they didn't pick you to doing it.
But just to be clear, I want to make this clear beforehand, okay? If anyone doesn't see this, that's their problem. If you do react to the post, I'm allowed to say whatever I want, and you cannot in any way be insulted by it. Okay, that's the deal.
Sure.
All right, whatever it is, you can't come back to me. All right.
If you are going to be easily offended,
come
do
at
not react to it. Do not react to it if you're easily offended.
If you've got something that you're a bit touchy about, all right, or that I might pick up on, then don't like it. All right.
Yeah,
That's the deal.
unreact.
There are no, there are no bars.
I don't even remember where it is, so if I wanted to, I couldn't anyway.
I think you.
I couldn't
think you
unreact.
have like. Okay.
Where is
I
it?
didn't know.
Which part of Discord is it in?
You've already done it, mate. I know that.
I'll show you all after the podcast. But I'm gonna wrap up. So everyone, thank you very much for watching. I am not doing extra takes. I'm not editing this. We will see you all similar time next week for episode 4, where we're going to cover more topics. And I hope you enjoyed this podcast. So we will see you all next week. Much love, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.
Peace.
Hey.